Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL prediction segment, I'm going to be giving you my Super Bowl 53 preview, which of course pits New England Patriots against the Los Angeles Rams. Looking at this, well, right now I'm looking at this right now, and I'm going with the Patriots in this one, mainly on virtue of their experience. They have won 4 consecutive games. They have some swagger. The Rams have compiled a better overall record up to this point, though 15-3, in contrast to the Patriots 13-5. The Patriots offense has been very explosive over the last few games or so. I'm looking at this too. I think the Rams secondary could very well be exploited by wide receiver Julian Edelman and even Rob Gronkowski, who may not be 100%, but I think he's going to have a decent game anyway. The thing that's very speculative, too, is the status of Todd Gurley. I don't mean in terms of playing. I do believe strongly he will play this game. Is he going to be 100% healthy in this particular game, though? And the run defense of the Patriots has been exceptional, to say the least. Over the last 4 games, they've given up 236 rushing yards, which is that's like 59 per game. So their run defense may have been maligned maybe a little bit earlier in the season, but right now, it is playing out of like an all-pro level, basically, and really on virtue of the experience too. I do like the Patriots to emerge victorious in this one. And the Rams also have been dominated by the Patriots in recent time. They have lost 5 consecutive games to the New England Patriots, so they might be at a psychological disadvantage in this particular matchup. The way the Rams, of course, could have a shot in this one is if they blitz Brady and be very successful at this. See, Tom Brady has avoided being sacked over the last 2 games. He was only sacked 21 times in the regular season. Looking at this as well, is that these 2 teams statistically are very comparable. I see this as being a very highly contested, competitive matchup. They both had 18 defensive interceptions in the regular season. The Rams were plus 11 in turnover differential in the regular season, and the Patriots were plus 10 in turnover differential. They were very close, comparable in takeaways as well. And the thing about this too is, if Brady gets out of this basically unscathed and he's not sacked and he's really not rushed or pressured, or none of the Rams defenders or rushers are able to really get at Brady or really force him into throwing maybe an errant pass or deflect too many passes, this could be a day where the Tom Brady can make it a long day for the Rams defense. I think the secondary may very well be exploited of the Rams in this game. I think I don't know if they're going to have an answer for wide receivers Julian Edelman, or I should say in tight end Rob Gronkowski in this particular matchup. And the Patriots, as far as their running game goes, they have been running amok. Over the last 2 games, they have rushed for like 331 yards. So we hear a lot of the talk, a lot of the accolades for Tom Brady, and he's being lauded and praised, and rightfully so. A lot of people say he's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, maybe the greatest quarterback ever, might be very well be the greatest, might be unequivocally the greatest NFL player of all time. But the thing about it is, people have to understand there's a little more to this than just Tom Brady. They also, the Patriots defense has been playing a little bit better of late, and their running game has been superlative as well. And again, going back to what I was saying before, they rushed for like 331 yards over the last 2 games. What the Patriots need to be careful in this one, I think in this particular game, you're going up against a pretty high octane offense with the Los Angeles Rams. The Patriots have not scored a touchdown in the first quarter of any of their Super Bowls. I think it may be imperative that they get a touchdown in the first quarter in this particular game. This is not the kind of game where you really want to go behind on the Rams. I understand that the Patriots may be notorious for coming back in games, and they're resilient. And I know they had that 25-point comeback against the Atlanta Falcons a couple seasons ago, but I think it's going to be a little harder, a little more daunting task if they have to do that in this particular matchup. Now, the thing about the Rams, and again, going back to their secondary, is not exactly the best. They were number 25 in the NFL in passing touchdowns allowed. Now, they were number 14 in passing yards allowed per game in the regular season, which is like mediocre. It's like about the middle of the pack. But I think what it's going to come down to, a lot of this is going to be dependent on, really, it's going to be, the outcome's going to, a lot of it will be decided by the Patriots on virtue of their experience, the fact the running game has been playing much better, and I think they can exploit the Los Angeles Rams secondary. I don't know how Todd Gurley's going to be for the Rams as well. He might be fine, he might be well rested, but was he injured in that game against the New Orleans Saints? Is he going to be 100%? That's going to be somewhat speculative. And also the Patriots have dominated the Rams in recent time. They have won 5 consecutive games against the Rams. And the last time that the Patriots played the Rams, they held Todd Gurley to like 38 rushing yards. That may have been 2 or 3 years ago, but the thing about it is, are the Los Angeles Rams, is their offensive line that much better, and is Todd Gurley that much better, where he's going to put up a prodigious amount of rushing yards? I think we don't really know that 100%, and because of that being speculative, I think for those reasons, I would go with the Patriots in winning this matchup. So, anyway, and also the fact is, if they don't, Tom Brady has not been sacked over the last 2 games. He only was sacked 21 times during the regular season. I think it's going to be very hard, I think, for the Rams to get to Tom Brady in this one. And also, the Patriots now have some bulletin board material because they had a cornerback for the Rams. Many of you may have heard, he had made some statement, which I thought was a little bit bold, to really say this. Especially, I think he had only started like 6 games, this cornerback for the Rams, and he made a statement saying, I don't remember his exact words, but basically it stated in his own way that he thought Tom Brady's skills have deteriorated, attributed because of his old age, or the fact that he's gotten older. And when Tom Brady was asked about that, he basically didn't want to add anything to it. But I'm going to tell you right now, Tom Brady's going to remember this, and I think he may very well eviscerate the Rams secondary. I think he's going to come at him. I think he's going to go out that cornerback when he sees him, and I think he can make it a long day for that Rams secondary. So anyway, I am going to pick the Patriots over the Rams in this Super Bowl in a very tight battle, I believe. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube NFL prediction segment. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.